Mississippi Attorney General Lynn Fitch has announced she plans to sue the Chinese regime for allegedly concealing the origin and initial spread of the CCP virus. She says they put millions of Americans at risk and caused economic chaos. This makes Mississippi the second state to sue the regime. Missouri was the first. Several private firms have dragged Communist China into court, alleging the CCP's cover-up of the outbreak has led to the virus spreading worldwide. But how exactly does a state sue a foreign country? After filing in the state's own district court, they need to show the court has jurisdiction to hear the case in the first place. Usually foreign countries are immune to U.S. lawsuits, unless there is an exception, like engaging in commercial activity.
The kinds of things they're talking about is hoarding of personal protective equipment, social media censorship, transmitting wrong information to the World Health Organization. That is hard to connect to commercial activity. It is very directly related to Chinese government activity.
Without jurisdiction, the case is thrown out. But if the case goes forward and the American state wins, they can only seize assets that are located in the U.S. For example, Missouri included the Chinese Academy of Sciences in the lawsuit, so they could only seize the Academy's assets in the U.S., assuming they win the case. New York Congresswoman Elise Stefanik is joining a wave of lawmakers urging the State Department and U.S. Attorney General to bring a case against the Chinese regime. The lawsuit would condemn the Communist Party for allegedly failing to uphold international health regulations, or IHR, and it would be filed in the International Court of Justice.
And so there could very well be, and is likely to be, in fact, instances where China violates their duty to under the IHRs. And international law, like all law, says that if a state violates international law, then you are owed, under state rules of state responsibility, reparation, including the potential for damages.
If the regime refuses to submit to a fair trial in the International Court of Justice, states can push Beijing to do so by removing China from global organizations. They can also kick China out of the World Trade Organization. Kevin Hogan, NTD News, New York.